Hey everybody, we're over here at this apartment building. It's a 4-unit building, and we have 3 ceiling fans to do, and smoke detectors, a faucet, a few other items. I'll take you over and we'll take a look at what we got going on here. There's Vinny right there. Over here, the unit is Unit D. It's upstairs. So here's where we're at. Up these stairs. Okay. Here we are. We got our coffee. So this is the bathroom. They want to get rid of that medicine cabinet. They want a fan there and a fan there. We always check the boxes and see if we need to beef them up a little bit. The way we do that is if the box, of course, is sitting on a stud like it should be, we take a drill bit and drill a couple holes through the metal box, and then we put some Simpson strong tie screws from the box, from the inside of the box into the 2 studs as far apart as we can, and that beefs it up really good. Sometimes you'll touch that box and over the years they've been nailed in and they're loose. Just drill a couple holes into the box on the stud side and then put some Simpson strong tie screws with the big washer on the end. They're made for hangers. They're really good, and it sucks that box right up to the stud like you would not believe. All right, let's get started here. I have an email here with everything they want done right here. So there's about, I don't know how many pages, 5 pages, but they're just partials, you know. All right, we'll get back at you here in a few. Okay, so they did bring a light. I didn't have to buy one. I had to buy several other things though. I had to buy all the fans and all the other stuff, but he brought this one here. And he wants that up there, and then he wants a ceiling fan. We use the hug mounts. I brought 3 of those, 1 for each room. And then the dining. We need a fixture there that won't hit this. This old medicine cabinet is going to be going. And the faucet is going to be going. I don't know what kind of angle stops it has, but we'll see here. 3/8 quarter turns, so we're good. Quarter turns hardly ever give me a problem. All right, what I think I'll do, you know, I've already posted 2 or 3 fan lights, you know, from start to finish. So I thought this time, to keep you guys from being bored, we could just go ahead and do progress reports. For instance, Vinny and Alicia are going to get started on the 2 fans, 1 in each room. She's going to do hers, he's going to do his. And then whoever gets done first will start on the dining light. Myself, I think I'm going to go ahead and start on the bathroom faucet and get it all stripped off. And we'll do little progress reports, I guess. Maybe I'll get most of it filled in with the faucet and we'll go from there. All right, everybody, Alicia's getting set up here to put on a new price Fixture faucet. And Vinny's going to tackle the 2 ceiling fans over here. Right, bud?
Yep, it is.
All right, and then everything is laid out here.
Are we fixing this?
Ready to go. What is it? No.
Okay.
There's another thing is back here, it needs to be repaired.
What is it?
We need to attach the guide
Let's see.
to the drawer.
Okay.
What guides?
this guy right here, it needs to be attached to this drawer.
Okay, well, just put it off to the side for now.
Okay.
And then we'll do it later. We'll put it on the list. I can't forget about all this stuff, so I have to keep it invoicing or else at the end of the day I lose a few items.
Right.
Alright, so here, I'm going to give this to you.
Let me see if I can pull
She's
it
stripping
out.
out the...
Oh, it's, I see what it is. It's the same guy like that one, so I just wait.
So, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Yeah, okay. No, her like getting full side, like, I'll let you know how to do it. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's good enough. Bye.
Where's the fan light boxes?
What do you think?
Boxes?
The boxes? They're on the living room?
Maybe I should wait till she's done. I'll wait till she's done and then I'll get a video of it.
Good.
Here, you can have it.
That's alright.
Huh? Okay. All right. Ooh, it's bad.
Well, here's my mom.
Hi.
She's going to be installing another ceiling fan. Hold on. Here's my mom.
Hi.
She's going to be installing a ceiling fan. She's going to be taking that one down. Here's the new ceiling fan. It's all laid out, ready to go. Then I am going to go install a ceiling fan as well. It's all laid out. I just need to put that ground in there. It was missing. And there, let's put this up for you. Alright, maybe she should turn it off first.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Thank you. Plus, now Do you have washers in?
Yeah. Oh, my screws are big, that's why.
Oh, okay. Right here, look. Sometimes the lines are there, so I put it there. If the lines are close to that, I put that here. Okay. I put the oversized. Okay, right there, there's no ground.
Here,
You know, ground the box.
you can take this one.
Huh?
I'll set you up.
No,
Just
no, it's
tap-
okay, I can get one.
You can tap it and it'll be quick. Take your shit off the fire. You're fine. It's off?
What is that?
Never mind.
Yeah, it is off. Then the switch, yeah.
What are you
I'm
doing?
telling you, I don't know if it was a spider.
I don't care.
Okay, good.
I don't need shit touching me. Give me a needle, miss. I don't trust you with this tap. Give me that extension. Do you have an extension? I got one.
No.
There you go. Now you got a ground.
Thank you.
Here, you can have your impact that.
What's going on? Oh, thanks. Now in this box, we didn't have no ground, but now my son put a screw out there with a ground. Now I have my hot, my neutral, and my ground.
down.
The
That one?
Yeah, that one.
Alright, so.
Okay, I'm getting ready to wire this fan. And we have the greens, which is ground. And then we have the blue one, which is my hot one coming from that box. It's going to the black and the blue, like this. Then we have my neutral that's gonna go in here. And this is how I like supporting those boxes this way. It's strong and it's not going through the screws. They're more secure with a washer. Yes. Okay. Yeah, but it's not any control of the ceiling. You practice
Yeah, it's gonna be crooked. What does it mean?
It's a ceiling.
So what? It's gonna be crooked. You have to fix it. Or you're gonna have a crooked fucking fan. Right? Here. I'll loosen this shit up and see what's on.
Yeah. This is the kind of thing that's gonna. Sanctions on the bag, on the screw gun. We have
Can I ask you a question?
Make sure this is on all the time. Spring back on, please. So what we do is just take this, put it in there, make sure it goes all the way through, like this, even, and then you just have to snap into snaps in here in the spring. There, right there. Hello? Okay. Good, bye. Really good. Nice. Now that we have the blaze installed, we remove the screws, 3 screws. Then we're gonna connect my hot one and the neutral, hot and neutral. So that will be the line and the neutral.
Let me know when you start this one.
Well, you know what?
Let me know when you start this one.
Okay.
Down here.
Okay. Vinny.
No, I might. Strip it down. Nobody's gonna get anything for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could either strip it down or maybe put it on top of the shop. But yeah, you're right. Maybe even this one.
Maybe it's level. I think it's level.
What's wrong with the faucet?
Oh, the bolts underneath are really locked in. So she's gonna need to strip it out. Otherwise it's- is that- that's perfect.
Still good.
Yeah, you can push it through and it'll act like this. Yeah, I was like, whoa. So, you know,
Either shim or can I see the
do you want to see it without the shim?
I just want to see if I can down that housing. Because we can shim it, not only can we shim it on the drywall, but we can shim it on the motor mount, washer. You have a motor mount? Like, we can take off.
We'll go grab.
See this? Wait, wait.
Come on. Come on, screw it.
Take off these 2 screws, loosen these, put some washers in here to get more. You already got this shim?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's better than nothing.
You want me to shim the bolts now on these?
Well, loosen these 2, put some washers in between these and get it a little bit straighter. And then when you put these in, you probably don't want to put Loctite on.
Okay.
Because, you know, when you have washers in between them. You know what I'm talking about or no?
No.
So that's what I would do.
Okay.
You shimmed it there. Now shim the motor mount. What we got here, guys, is
Here, come over here. I'm still out.
the ceiling is crooked, so the motor is sitting crooked. Vinny already put some shims on the mount right here, and we don't want to put too many shims on the mount right there. But he's got a few there. He's got 2 there underneath, and so it's a little bit better because it's wanting to go like this. The ceiling's is crooked. It looks like it's had repairs. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to loosen these 2 screws, take these 2 screws out, put some washers in between this motor mount plate and this plate, and then tighten it up and get it just a little bit more than what it is. It doesn't have to be perfect, but better than this. But I'm telling them to put Loctite on these screws because whenever you put some spacers in there, this screw probably won't grab as much. In fact, we might have to change the screws too. But we're still going to Loctite them because we're putting spacers in there. Let's see what can happen. Let's try it.
I'm going to be taking that down. I already kind of started. There it is. Here's the fan that I'm going to be installing. Hopefully this one goes a lot smoother.
Well, everyone, Alicia couldn't get these nuts off for the faucet, and I tried and I couldn't get them off, and they're just so rusted on. Yes, they're plastic, but all the threads below it and on top of it are just saturated with rust. So it's too hard to get a grinder in there. So we're going to take a screwdriver with a torch, heat up the screwdriver, and cut the nuts off with a flathead screwdriver, a beater screwdriver that we have. Well, let's get this done. We're going to heat this up, and I'm going to pass it to Alicia, and she's going to try to cut those nuts under there. That's kind of hot. Get in position because be careful.
Mm-hmm.
You'll need to do 2 sides.
Give me a rag.
Right there.
Thank you. Okay.
Sometimes if you put that red wrench on it, it'll break them too.
Yeah.
What? Okay, I'm going to shut this off a little bit. How's it coming out?
It's coming out.
You got it?
Yeah, I got that
You
washer.
broke both of them loose?
Was that
You
right
broke-
for it?
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah, got it. Good job. Okay, guys. The one hose wouldn't come off at all. It looks like they put some epoxy on it.
Oh, see, this is the one.
And there's the nuts that
And
she
the other
was...
one disintegrated. See, that's the other one?
Yeah,
Look at this
so
one.
there we go. Sometimes these faucets aren't easy, but then sometimes they are. Alrighty, she's got the old stuff off and she's got the new stuff going on. That's a Price Fixture faucet. And Vinny is over here leveling out that fan. He put some shims on the mount, between the wall and the mount, and now he's putting some washers between the secondary mount, right? And show a point where you're putting the washers.
Right on the screw and that screw.
That way we'll get that
Tilt.
little bit of a tilt out of it and make it look as good as possible. Here's the other one done. And then over here, before we can put the ceiling fan, we removed the light fixture and voila. We gotta paint before we put it. You know, we got it all laid out here ready to go. There's the old fixture that came out. Let's see what we got here. Okay. We found a light fixture that will clear this. As you can see, the fixture right here.
Check it out.
I had one in my he wants me to check this out. I had one in my garage that I had bought and had them returned, and it looks like it's gonna.
Looks a lot better.
Yeah, it looks a lot better. I think we can. That's acceptable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, what'd you put now? How many washers do you
2
have?
washers plus
Okay. The shim.
the lock nuts.
Okay.
So technically,
Okay. And will you be able to? You have enough screw left to go in?
yeah, I'm gonna actually re-Loctite them right now.
Right. Put some Loctite on the
Yeah.
screws. Just a little bit more safety. We're going through our washer junk here, guys. All the stuff down here. All right. Anyway, I was mentioning about the light fixture. I got this guy right here. They want me to re-screen that door, so I bought some screen. But we got this one right here. This looks like it's gonna work perfect for over there. All right, let's see what we're gonna do here. I need a picture of you cutting it. Hold it, move your elbow. Okay. Okay, look where the camera is, Alicia. It's right there behind you.
Okay.
In fact, maybe I've got enough of you doing that. I'm just gonna move it. Well, Vinny is up there. Well, he was. Vinny's up there sanding that ring a little bit. Getting that lip off the best he can. They don't want to put a whole lot of money into it, so he's just doing the best he can, and then he'll coat it with a little less grit after that, and paint it, and then put the fan. Now Alicia, she went down to get some ABS glue. She's got her drain cut off here, so they have like a little bit of a patching compound over there on the end of the trap, the bottom. So when we saw that, we decided to toss it and throw it away. All right, looks like she's sanding the crap out of that ABS before she glues on the male threads. Get after it. All right. Alrighty, everyone. We had to go with a repair boot in the back. And we didn't want to cut. The old one had bad threads, and the hub is right there to the drywall. They allowed no room, there was no nipple coming out of the wall. It was basically just glued on directly with just a little bit of a nipple in there, just enough for the threads. So we went ahead with a repair coupling and did it that way. Hey, it gets the job done. It's 100%. It's not leaking. So why not? All right, we're ready to dump that water. Go ahead, dump it. let's see here. Open all these. Looks good, and we'll continue to use it as we work today. Okay, Annalise, good job.
Thank you.
All right. Burn cone. Burn cone or plumber's friend. All right. Alicia is working on a medicine cabinet here. It's a pretty old one.
Very.
It's got the gold around it. You can take that
They
home
have
and put it in
trim.
yours.
They have trim over here.
Yeah.
So this one sits inside of it, and I noticed that someone put a nail here and a nail here. I removed like 4 screws from here and 2 from the bottom. But now we need to work on those.
Okay, don't go ripping the trim off yet
No,
until
no.
we see what it does.
Right.
Just go ahead and get those nails out. Get a puller and all right. Well, whoever put this in used nails. So just trying to get underneath it. Trying to get underneath it to pull it. Try the other side. Well, she was able to get some of these nails out, if you can see here. She had to beat the hell out of it to get to the heads. I don't know what fool would use nails, but somebody did. And they put adhesive around the side of it. It's not caulking. It's actually adhesive that you have to use a hammer to cut through it.
Holy
Wonderful.
It's alright, you got another toilet
No
seat.
wonder.
Yeah, let's see. Here, take this downstairs, Renee. To the trash can. It's in the alley. Well, Alicia got this medicine cabinet out, as you can see. But the new one fits like it's 2-3 inches low. Of course, we could build it up, but then even building it up, you can see the shims. And what we decided to do was just frame it in a little bit, and then because the owner doesn't want us to, we wanted to frame it in so any medicine cabinet could work in the future. Basically what we do is we frame it in, and then after we frame it in, we go ahead and put a drywall. We drywall it. Alicia plasters all the drywall. She does a beautiful job. When she drywall patches, you can't even see where she's been. And we throw a little texture on it and we paint it, but he doesn't want to go that route because we're looking at 4 or 5 hours to do it right. And so what we're going to do is just put a little bit of wood in there, 2x4, and then we're going to get an outside model that will cover that hole and make it easy. So anyway, right now she's working on that light fixture. So. Okay, Vinny, if you'll get me a measurement of that and write it down for me.
I'll do that.
Width and height. You want to write it down for me? The opening is, let's call it, if we take that trim out, well, we got to cover it. We need at least 16 by at least 16, man, by 25 and a half. So we, by 16 by 26 would work perfect. All right.
Do we ever do the 3 GFCIs?
Nope. So, now she's gonna deal with this.
Are we doing this one now?
No, we're returning that.
Return?
Yeah, because we have one here. Okay, she's gonna do that. Now, you get the return as well, put the little plastics back on. Okay, this is driving. Let's get a roller, Vinny. And let's roll that ceiling before we put the...
Look what they did over here, Vince.
What?
They drilled 2 holes in the plate. No connectors or nothing, just...
Wow. You want me to turn the switch on?
No, not yet.
Yeah, they ran their electrical. Show them what they did. Here.
They just run the wire, they drill a hole. They're supposed to come here because it's got some kind of protection here. It's kind of flare. I mean, you know what I mean? They have no sharp edges. Now this one they just drill the holes
And they
put
put the
that
wire through
it, which it can arc.
You know, we drill holes and put wires through it too, but we put a rubber grommet in.
Right. I don't work that way.
Hope not. Okay, so if you would like,
Let's get a brush. A roller.
the camera's right behind you now. Here, you want me to take that?
Thank you. It was oversized. Look at that big thing there. Put it inside.
Put it there, please.
It's a little bit, not much, see?
No, that'll cover.
There and here.
Just barely. We're gonna have the paint out, so
Okay.
just touch it up real quick.
I have to come back to it.
No, that's it. It's going on after this.
Oh, yeah?
And you can brush around it.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna fix that up. Anyway, me and Vinny found a beautiful cabinet that would go almost to about right here to right here, here to here. We were just gonna frame it in and then have something to attach onto. It was an outside with 2 doors and a mirror. And when he saw the price of it for $169 or something, he flipped out. So we found this cheapo right here that will actually, it's longer than your standard and it's half the price and it fits with a couple shims. So what we're going to do is Vinny's going to put this in here and then we're going to put a couple of these right here. And then I may even go up just a little bit paper thin higher. We took the wood out here that was there because it was pushing out. And then we're just gonna caulk it. He wants cheap, he'll get cheap, I guess. You know, I gotta give him what he wants. If I don't, then he'll have his painter in here doing even cheaper. Anyway, it won't look as good, but you know how that goes. Okay, we're gonna get this started. We're just using this for fillers right now to see where we want to stack up. And I'm almost there. I'm not quite there, but then once I figure out the height, then we'll buckle this all down. All right.
This one longer.
Let me try that one. Let me just see how this one feels here. Okay, can I have another one? Can you hold that against the wall? around you like this. Can you put another hand somewhere else? Okay. Can we, we'll put a level on it in a minute. Yeah, we'll level it out and then Alicia can plaster a little bit.
Want to grab my level? I was 6 foot.
Yeah, no, just a little torpedo.
I got one.
Okay, guys, I forgot to have the camera on. I put it on at the last minute, but we did use those same shims. Alicia's going to put a little spackle here, or smooth set. We don't use spackle, but anyway, smooth set. She's going to clean that line up a little bit and paint it. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let me see. This is going to be my adjustment right here.
That's all the door can open.
A little bit more. Push a little bit. Let's see there. That feels good. And
loosen the top left.
yeah, take it a little bit down that way, right? Now I'm gonna take it that way a little bit. Ready?
And
Push on that.
I would loosen the bottom left.
Okay, let's just do a little bit here first. Okay, if you would, push on that. Okay, let me see how that looks. Getting better.
Loosen the bottom left. Let's see if we can make it.
Okay, look at that. Let me just give it a little more that way.
Oh, tip.
Look how much
Yeah.
I gave up there. We're getting there, almost on the money. Shit's going away. Can you push on there? Okay, that should do it. And now if I tighten this one up a little bit.
You're gonna stretch this box.
Oh wait. Here we go.
So tighten up the bottom left now.
Yeah,
Try
right there it
the
is,
bottom
dead
left.
center. Dead center.
More.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Now I gotta tighten up.
You want hand tighten?
This I can almost just suck it up right in there. Right there, look, very
Yeah,
down.
I'll take the bottom right.
You know what? I need a longer screw for that.
How much longer? Just a step
I
up?
don't know.
I'll get you a long one. Here's a step up.
Now about a 3. That's a 2.5.
Take out one. Is that what you just took out?
I don't know. Okay. Let's see what we get there.
Mom pulled them up wrong.
Did she?
Yeah, they're not in the right order.
Yeah, I think I can live with that. Look at that.
Do you want to suck this up or not?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that, guys. For what we're having to do, you know. So it's looking good. Once we got all the gaps out of it. Once we have Alicia touch it up, we'll be good. She's gonna have to fix over here as well. Look, got this So that's what was behind the towel bar. Years of hit and misses. Anyway, so this is gonna work out good too. So she'll get that fixed up and it'll look good. One thing I've noticed, guys, with these plastic medicine cabinets is that, yes, you try to level it here, but then you come up here and the lid is kittywampus and it's not straight. So what I go by mostly is not so much how it looks on the inside, but how it sets on the part that you can see, and that looks nice and level. Let me have your level. All right, Alicia's here, and she's going to start prepping that wall for a little bit of smooth set, and she's going to prep that wall. We'll check in with her every once in a while, just to let you know what she's going to have to deal with. She's got a gap on the side over here, and then a gap underneath as well. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, she's going to fix all that up and make it look good. And then a new light fixture. Me and Vinny, we have a door that needs to be planed right here. So we might get in there and take care of that. And we also got a door with a screwed up hinge right here. If you can see that. So we'll check in every now and then. That way I don't bore you with a 3-hour video, and we'll try that out. Yeah, and then this guy has this screen that he wants us to rescreen, and I almost feel like just taking it to Ace Hardware and let him do it. I mean, this thing here is, I'm afraid, I don't know, it almost looks like it's built nice, but it almost looks like it was hand built by somebody. Hey everyone, Alicia and Vinny's a little jealous of my Amazon $11 screwdriver. I bought it because I like the grip on it. I have arthritis in my neck, back, or in my neck and my shoulders and my hands, but it has a good grip. I bought 3 different ones for the grip, and I returned the other ones, but this one here has a good grip. And I like the color too. It's a really nice color to it. It's a, I think it's a 12 or 14 in 1, something like that. It's on Amazon. It's made by OEM.
I got 2 of them coming my way.
OEM tools. So. All right, Vinny took the doorknob off. We're not going to even screw with these hinges. Alicia's going to be making a mess in here anyway. So we're just going to go ahead and plane it while it's on the hinges. And then Alicia's going to do a cleanup. And the cleaning crew haven't been here yet either. So let's see what we can do here. Oops, sorry. Okay, let's see here. Can we see that door somewhat? I hope.
Standing at the door.
Okay, so anyway, now, can you hand me the planer? It's only going to need it in a few spots. This thing is so, before we even start, guys, tight gap here, big gap here. When we hang a door, now I'm not saying that it might have been perfect when it was first hung years ago, but when we hang a door, at first when we used to do our own jams in our door, we'd have it where a credit card would go around it. But nowadays with the pre-hung doors, I don't know if any of you guys seen that, but the pre-hung doors come with a gap about that big all the way around. And back when we used to hang doors, especially with my grandfather, he was a union carpenter. If a credit card didn't work, it actually was a union card. If your union card was either too tight or too loose, it wasn't right. Not that they would make you do it, but they'd harass you over it. Now the pre-hung doors, you bring them in and they got a gap so big, and I don't get it. Maybe because it's easier, it has more forgiveness. That way most people can hang it themselves or install it themselves. There's a lot of forgiveness in it. But when I first hung the pre-hung, I was trying to how can I get this gap out? Should I shim the hinges? And it was finally I learned to accept it. All right.
You use the union card?
Yeah, here's the union card right here. my son's union card. So if we can't slide a union card, which I'm not going to do with his, but it used to be about like that. Here, you can have your card back. Is your dues paid up?
Yeah.
Cool. You paid it up like 6 months at a time?
No.
Every month?
Yeah. And then it reminds me of the songbook.
Boy. Well, I'd be paying it every 6 months.
Rolling and down.
Can I have a...
Let me plug it in.
Okay, so basically what I'm going to do, guys, is... Come on in. I'm going to look at where I need to start. And I don't have the camera here, but you can see it starts to pinch. You can see there's...
The daylight starts right here.
Here, I'm going to let Vinny handle the camera and make him good for something here. Okay, so let me turn some light on, guys. I said I'd get some light. Okay, so if you see here, you got a pretty nice gap, and then it gets really tight up here. I'm gonna start, I'm gonna start about right here and give it a pass, see what it does, and then do it as needed. It doesn't have to be perfect for this unit. Okay, so let's see here. And here's one thing you have to watch out, guys. When you come up like this, guys and girls, I don't mean to be like restricting down to just guys. I know that women like to do this stuff. I should know better, my wife. Anyway, as you go up, what happens is most guys will come to the end of the door and they go like this, boom. And what happens is you shave like a little 45 degree up there. So you got to make sure as you go past it, you keep this flush down. That way you don't gouge. You can almost see how my back end wants to lift up. So we got to be careful of that. Here we go. I'm going to shoot so everything hits that wall. And if you want to stand, I just don't want to get that thing full of. When you start this, you get this here and you start it where it's not touching the door, and then you layer down slowly and then go on up. I'm going to start about right here. Starting to feel better, and I can see right here the strike plate's a little bit of an issue, so we might have to actually
Strike plate same.
Here's the other thing you have to remember, guys, where you'll screw up your door every time. You got to be careful how much you take off where the mortise is, where your cylinder goes, because what happens is if you take too much off, all of a sudden your cylinder is going to have to go back this way and your hole is going to be that way. And when you put the doorknob on, you're going to see a gap right here. So what I do is I look at the cylinder. Let me get it right here.
Don't drop the screws. Give it to me.
I need it.
I know. There you go. Got the screws.
You put this cylinder in. Doesn't matter which way it goes. And you can see I have a little bit of room right here to take off till I'm flush. If I start taking off past this plate, then it's going to move my cylinder back, but my hole for the door is this way. So if you take too much off, you're going to end up having to patch your hole or move your doorknob that way, you know, file it, or you don't want to do that. So I can see I have a little bit of room here to play with, not much. So since there's a little issue there, I'm going to start over here. And I'm going to go all the way up here. Starting to look good. We need a little more right on the top. And by the way, this door is sprung, but
it's probably the paint on the hinges.
I don't want to call this guy cheap, but yeah, well, it's paint, it's everything. We told him, well, should we replace it? Anyway, you don't want to do that. He just wants it so the tenant can shut it. Okay, so I'm going to take another little pass right here to about right here, and then I'll work on top. Now, it's easy. to look here. I want to show you what I mean. See, I still have, my plate is getting almost where it's going to be. If I start shaving this, I can keep shaving until this is flat with this. But the minute I go past this plate into here, this is going to sink in deeper, and then your doorknob's not going to want to line up, and you're going to have to file it this way to get the doorknob over, and then you're going to have a gap here that you're going to have to putty. It's a big mess. So always be aware of that. Okay, so now we're good here, and we're almost good on the top. I'm just going to take a little bit off the top. We're all good. We're done, guys. Okay, guys, I just asked Alicia what her plan is. He's putting the doorknob back on. Her plan is to give all this one pass and one pass over there, and then work on her light, and then go back for a second pass, and from there we're good. I asked the guy if he wanted texture on that wall for the drywall, and he said no. He says he doesn't want to put the money into it. And I said, well, do you want spray texture from a can? Because usually when we fix a wall, we patch it. Alicia gets it all sanded down, and then what we do is we just don't shoot the one spot with texture. What we do is we usually shoot the whole wall so it's nice and even, and we blend it to the next wall to see, you know, we don't touch the next wall, but we try to get it the same as the other wall. But if a customer don't want to pay that, then what we do is we patch it there, and then we buy a can of aerosol texture that we've learned to play with and
Orange
manipulate. Yeah, orange peel. And we'll just spray the area. And then we'll take a sponge. If it's a little too much or a little too spitty, we use a sponge and we try lowering it down. We practice on a piece of cardboard. And one can will go fast by the time we dial it in. And once we dial it in, we spray it. Then we'll use a sponge if we need to. Or we'll let it dry and then take some out. Whatever it takes to get it right. But he didn't even want that. He asked me how much a can of texture was, and I told him it was $14 for a little can. And he said no. He says, just put the towel bar, fix the holes and put the towel bar. And what I usually do when they say no, which is probably a bad habit, is I usually, if I have a can on the truck, I do it anyway. But then sometimes they can end up learning how to manipulate me. Now I don't want it, but they know I'm going to put it. All right. Alicia is mixing her smooth set. Let me just see how the door shuts. Okay, it shuts good. Good enough. It works. That's all I wanted. We're good to go. So Alicia's, huh? Okay, Alicia's mixing her smooth set here.
I made it thick, that way it stays on, and kind of like let it run inside.
What she's doing here is, rather than stuff it full of newspaper, excuse me guys, rather than stuff it full of newspaper, she stuffs it full of 5-minute smooth set. And then what she'll do then is, because that stuff dries hard as a rock, then she goes ahead. If it's little stuff she doesn't do, but on this stuff she might put one little piece of tape over it.
That's correct.
And just to help, you know, but instead of stuffing it, she uses that shit to stuff it. Smooth set 5 minutes. So now once she gets that stuffed all the way, before she puts, then she'll put the tape on, and then she'll finish coat it. Okay? Is that right or wrong?
That's correct.
Okay. Okay, we'll let her do that, and then we'll get back as soon as she gets that hole filled. I'll show you what it looks like. Can I leave this camera here?
You could.
She goes back to it because every minute that she waits, this is getting harder, and it's going to hold it. Let's see here. Okay, Vinny, why don't we work on this other hinge here that you want? I don't know what's wrong. Oh, I see. Okay, so
Grab the screws.
okay, what we'll do is yeah, we're gonna do a little. What I wanted to do with this, guys, is I wanted to relocate the hinge. First of all, I'd love to put a new door, but again, this particular person just wants a patch. So normally what I like to do is drop it down or drop it up, but he doesn't even want that. He told me to put some plugs in the hole, and that's good enough, and if they tear it up, it's on them. Okay.
What? Like, want me to use this?
I don't care. You can use
Well,
it.
I can't.
Anyway, so what we're gonna do is take it off, see what we got, maybe put some plugs, and then hopefully we got some new wood here and here. We might go ahead and just re-drill the holes here as well. We don't know what we're gonna do. All I know is he doesn't want to relocate it, because that means getting my router out and my template, and I route out a new mortise. That's probably be about $95 to relocate. This is gonna be like $30. Okay, we want to make sure. Let's prop something under that door, Vinny. Some shims or something underneath there, just to keep it from dangling down. Force them under. There you go.
There you go.
Let's see. I think what she's doing is more interesting.
There's some documents back here.
Oh, did you put foam back there?
Yeah.
You should have showed that. She has some backing rod on the truck. It's called backing rod. It's a foam. It comes in 3 or 4 different sizes. She shoves that crap in there, and it just, when I say foam, it's not the spray foam. It comes like 15 feet or 10 feet of backing rod. It's about this round, different sizes, and she shoves it in there with a putty knife. You should have shown that. How far did you shove it way back there?
Yeah. So see, they didn't do it there.
Yeah. See, we don't leave stuff like that when we do it. Well, you saw when we installed that sink on the other video how we do that. We put the backing foam in here, and then that's on that other video where we did the sink. I gotta get a picture of that plan on the floor. Give me that. You move the door and I'm like, where? The door.